So I want to decode Nipsey Hussle, Be Here for a While. What album is this? Mailbox and Money. Mailbox Money. Mailbox Money. I just really love this song. This song is what helped me through my depression. And like when I keep talking about how I had all of this stuff and I worked hard for everything and I lost it all, I was just like, God, what in the entire is going on? Like, why did you have me work so hard? Like, God literally told me how to get all that money. He told me how to work hard. He told me how to do all of that. And then he took it all away. And I'm like, God, what is this about? And then Nipsey Hussle energy just came to me. And he was like, listen to my music. And I was like, all right. So I'm listening to his music. And I get on this song. And I'm reading it. I'm trying to read the certain parts because, you know, he a hood nigga, so he talk about some hood stuff, then he get deep, then he go back to hood. He said, I'm a dropout now. I speak in college. That's ironic. I'm honest. I get paid to speak my mind. That's crazy to me. Just pay me fully. If I wrote a script, it'd be a crazy movie. Trying not to rap it. But, that's ironic that he's a high school dropout, yet he's being paid to teach people how to think. Well, in college, he's teaching college people. You know, it's crazy. He said, if I wrote a script, it'd be a crazy movie about my life, about rolling dice, about taking risks. You got to take the price. You got to know the price. Listen, I'm trying to slow down because I'm going to rap it real quick. I'm trying to like calm down. You're reading his poem. You're not doing his song. He said his life was crazy. He took a lot of risk. You got to know the price. What did we tell you about Jay-Z? About prices and values. You have to fucking know the price of what you're doing. Is this worth the risk? For example, there's 3 people who's on my hit list. I talk about whipping these people's behinds all the time. I am willing to risk going to jail, getting probation, and whatever is going to happen just to whip these people's ass. Like, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm getting into. If I get arrested for fighting, it's 1, 2, or 3. I know the risk. I'm still working on that, and I hope that by the time I'm actually in those situations, I would have grown. But as of now, I haven't grown that much, so I'm still going to whip your ass. My bad, because it's trying to mess me up going back to where I left off. Okay, so he said his life would be a crazy movie about rolling dice, about taking risks. You got to know the price. You got to know yourself on the coldest nights. You can't turn it down. You got to own the fight. You cannot run from your problems. When it's just you by yourself, what I always speak about is being alone. Who are you? Are you a really bad person? Then you gotta fucking own that. You don't have to continue to be. You gotta fix it. But you gotta know who you are. You gotta know that you a weak bitch and you have weak bitch tendencies. You gotta know who you are. You gotta do what you gotta. You know who you are. Can't turn it down. You gotta own the fight. You cannot run from your problems. You have to just run up into it. Imagine your problems was. Imagine your problems with those 3 chicks that's on my list. Are you gonna run from them? If you were me, like, feel me. You feel my energy because we've been going through this already. If you were that got you fucked up, who did whatever she did, when you see her, what you gonna do? You gonna catch the fuck flight. You gonna take off on her and you gonna let her know that she got you effed up. She got your mama effed up. She got her mama effed up. She got everybody effed up for messing with you. So see your problems like that. Don't run from your problems. Imagine your problems is the bitch from the hood. Win, lose, or draw, you can ball. But listen, worst case scenario, I'm gonna get my ass, but not from them 3 girls. They not gonna have a chance. But you know, I'm just saying, you just gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta fight, don't run from it. He said, you could have kept it real, but niggas, you's a fraud. He talking about them girls. Thank you, Nipsey. Because he knew I was gonna say that. So he talking about them girls. Like, you could have kept it real, but you a fraud. Now this is the part. I gotta calm down because I'm getting excited. Nipsey get me hype. I grew up on Crenshaw and Slauson. I grew up everywhere in South Central California, so I can't represent any hood because I was on 54th and Crenshaw, was Crenshaw and Slauson. I grew up in the jungles, South Side, East Side. Grew up in the East Side. I'm a Foster, so before you get the shit, you gotta lose it all, and then you find yourself and see that you's a guy, and that's real shit. $1,100 bill shit. God, why did you have me work so hard to do all this stuff for you to take it all away from me? Why? And then Nipsey said, before you get the shit, you gotta lose it all. All of that sis that you thought you had, you gotta lose it, and then you gotta build that shit back up. But before you build it up, because he gonna tell me to build it up later on another song, but when you lose it all, you find yourself and see that you's a God. Because when I lost all those possessions and I lost everything, I was left with nothing, absolutely nothing, but myself. I barely had my health. I barely had my sanity. I didn't have none of that money and financial things that I worked for, all of those tangible items. I didn't have anything tangible anymore. It was just me and God and music, and that's all I had left. Man, I keep trying to start it over. Hold on, let me just go to this part, because I was trying to read it while the song was playing. Gotta know yourself on the coldest nights. That's when I was lost it all. I got to the coldest nights and I learned myself. From hood to the hills, shit like, how the fuck did we build this? That's real shit. Okay, and then we going back to the hoods. To the hook. It's hard, but it's fast. See, these haters don't care. When they see you, they stop and stare. See, the only thing I think about is when I see my money, I smile. See, we won't stop until we reach the top, and we gonna be here for a while. I'm gonna be here for a while. I'm still running laps, taking fades. I still run it back. Still running laps because it's a marathon. Taking fades, still running it back. Like, he's still, you know what I mean? He's still fighting, taking fades. I don't fuck with rats. This boss life, I got a lust for that. And then he's talking about spending money, and rest in peace to my frog. Life is short, then it's gone. But in the meantime, we trying to get it all. You should get involved. I mean, really raw. Before this rap, I really balled. Then he started bragging about what he had. And this is my fucking favorite part. I'm about to play it too. I'm about to play my favorite part. And if I get copywritten, then I'll just risk it. Because y'all need to hear this part. Not this one. Hero. Sometimes I just think don't compare me with them fucking liars. I'm fucking flyer, I'm fucking realer. Play with me, I'll be a fucking killer. Don't take the fucking thriller. Now victory left my fucking thriller. He said victory lap is his fucking thriller. Michael Jackson bars. But he says sometimes I get so offended by. Don't compare me to them fucking liars. I'm fucking flyer, I'm fucking realer. You play with me, I'll be a fucking killer. Like, seriously, stop comparing me to these fucking weak ass low vibrational people. I'm fucking flyer, I'm fucking realer. You play with me, I'll be a fucking killer. Because what are y'all doing? All y'all doing is feeding the beast inside of me. All of that hate and all that negativity, and me losing everything, and me losing myself and my tangible items, all the things that I worked for. I lost all of that, and all that did was just turn me into a fucking beast. Don't compare me to these fucking liars. I'm fucking flyer, I'm fucking briller. Play with me, I'll be a fucking killer. He said I dropped 7 tapes. You know what I mean? Like, he did all that by himself without any help. He had one album, Victory Lap, that he got help with, and he wrote that without help. You feel me? Like, he had help. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean. I'm trying to find where I left off. He said, drop 7 takes with no fucking filler. Now that victory laps my thriller. He said, and if you broke, I ain't messing with you. Unless you went broke while I was fucking with you. So that means when I get my money up, do not try to come back and I'm sorry. I should have treated you better. Yes, you fucking should have. But you didn't. So now you're broke and I'm not. You thought I was broke. No, because I lost it all. I lost all that money, but I'm smart enough to know how to get it back. What you think? I'm going to just sit there and cry? Oh my gosh, I lost all my money. I'm sad. I lost everything in the storage unit and all my poems and books and everything. My kids' stuff, like, yeah, that shit hurt. And after I was done crying, I got up. I was like, all right, God, now, come on. I lost it and I'm sad. I need to get it back. Come on, let's go. Come on, come get me. I need, you know what I mean? So as soon as I lost it all and I got over the crying stage, which did not last long, I just started moving forward. Like, okay, let me focus on school. Okay, let me focus on this business. Okay, let me focus on healing myself. So that way when I come back, I can be back. You know what I mean? Like, he said, then we bounce back because it's nothing really. Like, seriously. He didn't even have to teach me that. I knew that. It's just what's in me. It's not on you, it's in you. So, yeah. So, then we bounce back. It's nothing really because I'm going to get everything better than that I lost in the storage unit. And I remember most of all the books that I had. But that's what hurt me the most, honestly, is I like collecting libraries. I want a library in my house, and I had 3 bookshelves full with 2 rows of books. And they were mostly books that used to be banned in America, or books speaking about black something, black poverty, black empowerment, black history. And those books are hard to find, and some of them were like from the 1950 books that they used to burn, and you know, it's just that was the hardest part. And then I had a computer full of stories that I wrote, and I didn't save them to the cloud or no stuff like that. I had them saved on my computer, and that's gone. And then I had a freaking crystal Lalique. I said it wrong because I was trying to be funny, but I had a $5,000 crystal, and I had a $7,000 tennis bracelet. Like, come on now. And I was broke, so that's not a lot of money to y'all probably, or it is, and whatever. But I'm just saying, I had some collector items. Then we bounce back because it's nothing really. Gonna do it big. And I don't like this line, so I'm gonna leave that one alone. But if you're a Nipsey fan, you know what he's saying. We miss you. It's hard, but it's fast. See, these haters don't care. Oh, the song is over. Hold on, let me see. He said he was doing a little speech at the end, but he said, taking losses, staying down, frustration. Go look back at the shit now. It's like it's nothing. It's gonna feel like that for you too, hustlers. So when he was saying, I was just like, damn, he wrote that song for me. And he did. He really did. When he was writing that song, he said, I want this song to touch somebody. He may not have known it with me directly, but he wanted me to get this message. He wanted someone like me to get that message. So that's what I'm doing. My messages are not for everyone. My messages are for those who know how to understand, who know how to get that there's messages in the music, because these artists are humans. They are, or some of them are spiritual beings having a human experience. Nipsey Hussle was a spiritual being having a human experience. Now he's a spiritual being still having a spiritual experience because he's still here, because he's not here basically anywhere to teach me, but his music is still here. I'm still learning from it, and every time I read it, every time I get something more. And not just this music, his other songs. I'm going to be doing a whole lot more decoding Nipsey Hussle. I might do one after I finish this video, so y'all might get lucky and get 2 in a week or something. But I'm just saying, who are you following? We're gonna go back to Erykah Badu. Don't feed me yours, cause your food does not endure. Nipsey Hussle, I can eat a plate with him. He's prepared a good meal so far, and that's just from one song. This is not talking about anything that we know about him so far. Just based off what he said in the song, I'm like, oh, he can cook. He can cook. I'm gonna eat what he gave him. You know, I can try his food. I can try Erykah Badu's food. Whose food are you putting into your body? What music are you putting into your body? What are they feeding you? What are you being fed? Stop letting people feed you chitlins just because that's what we were used to back in the day. You know what I mean? Like, we had chitlins because that was what we had, but we're not going to eat chitlins anymore. Like, yes, pull over, that's too fat. We definitely need to listen to that. Keep listening to Trina. When it's time to listen to Trina. When it's time to be a city girl, then be a city girl. When it's time to, you know, tell them to drop it on the floor because I'm the bad bitch from the South. You know what I mean? Be that at that time, but when it's not that time, then you got to feed yourself with something. You can't constantly feed yourself candy and junk. Think about some of your rappers as what kind of food they are. I love Lotto, not her music. I don't love her music. I'm too old for her music. I love her hustle. I love some of the bars that she say, and I love just how she stand up for herself. I love her personality, but I can't relate to her music. You know what I mean? But there's certain songs I have on here. You know what I mean? Big Energy is a hit, and yes, sis, I love Lotto. However, I can't relate to her music. So to me, Lotto would be a snack. I can't eat Doritos every day, but when I do, I want me some Lotto. You know what I mean? I love Doritos. I love Lotto, but that's not who I'm not gonna. Lotto's not gonna prepare my Thanksgiving meal, and I don't think she wants to. I think she knows her lane, and she knows that her lane is not to put, you know, to feed me. That she has some stuff in there that does feed. So let's not, you know, but she's not. I'm using her as an excuse. I mean, as an example, and I hope nobody try to like say nothing negative. And Lotto, if you ever see this one day, like, girl, I love you, and I'm not shading you. Just, you know, I promise you, I'm not. I'm just saying that there's a difference between a rapper like Lotto and a rapper like Nipsey, and we should definitely keep listening to Lotto because the girl is courageous and she's fierce, you know. And we should look at certain things about people, but again, when her music comes on, I'm not thinking about soul food. So I'm saying feed your soul. So who's feeding your soul? Who's feeding your soul? Thank you so much. I love you. Goodbye.